Hey, all right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Dash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect. Lord willing, with some of those men and women who believe and fear the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, I'm my brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson, and it was inspired by this video right here that you see right here. Yeah, and you see it, there's these excuse me, you see it, the nigger woman doing what the nigger woman does, nig, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter how big or small this demon is. Hey, she always want to be in a position of pleasure, right? She always want to be in a position of being exalted. She has no shame, right? This woman weighs at least 400 pounds, right? And you can tell it's terrible on her legs because her legs small as shit, but the rest of her body is huge, so she got to hold all that up. And what inspired this lesson, me to do this lesson, is I was reading the comment boards. And even Esau know that the so-called black woman is cooked, right? She'll do anything to get with this man. She'll hate, destroy her own people to appease this man, just as long as he give her treats, And these women, they're all these women care about is pleasure. Even though they on a rented yacht, it ain't even theirs. They don't own it, right? Right? They made sure that they dress to the nines because they paid for money to get on it. And then this demon, she has no shame in that she's morbidly obese, floating on on the front of the yacht, like she about to break that shit. And then the other demons, they sitting there. And these niggas ain't never had nothing either. They ain't never been a part of nothing. They ain't never had nothing. You can just tell, right? Call themselves sunbathing, looking like a big red spot. And really, this is humiliating. They might think that it's something to be celebrating, but these are women without shame, right? The scriptures speak about a shameless woman, right? Yeah, a shameless woman shall be what? Accounted as a dog, right? Let me get the. It might be the previous chapter. Just bear with me, brother. Right? Let me find it. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. It says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced shall fear the Lord. And you can tell that these women, they don't fear the Lord, and they're not shamefaced. They're not embarrassed. They're not, put off by looking like this, right? And these are all demons. All four of these things that's sitting on top of the front of this thing. And it make you say that segregation was a good thing, man, because you didn't have to see this shit back then. And Esau even Edomites don't want to see this shit. How much more us, right? These women don't care about nothing. They ain't embarrassed by anything. They ain't embarrassed about what they doing. They ain't embarrassed how they dress. They ain't embarrassed what they say. They ain't embarrassed about their activities, right? I'm sure when this big ass hippo got on a fucking boat, she rocked that shit, right? Let me go back to these precepts real quick. It says, let me go back up. It says, I'll start at 8. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. And you look, this is a great example of that. These demons, they drinking, right? They drinking, drunk, gathering abroad, and she ain't gonna cover her own shame. She should be ashamed to come out the house like this. And then you got people thinking that this is how women are supposedly naturally look and act, and it's totally wrong. They all got the damn eyelashes going on, which the scriptures speak about that. Slakia. The scriptures speak about that when it says, verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids, man. And you look, Look, just looking at all these demons on the front of this yacht, man. Right? This is trash. They don't belong on this yacht, bro. It ain't just because they so called black, man. It's just that this is gutter garbage, right? This is not what those things were made for, right? But look, you could tell that these chicks are whorish. The one that's laying down, taking pictures all about herself, acting like she owned a boat. And that's all they do. They take 1,000 pictures, right? Acting like they live a life that they're not really living, right? One of them will whore out for somebody, and then she'll bring the rest of the baboons with her, man. And so check some of these comments out, man, because Esau grinding a black woman the fuck up, bro. Right? It says transporting her to her habitat. Right? It says transporting to her habitat. People saying golden corral, right? In luxury, right? She that liveth in luxury is dead while she liveth, man. I don't know if I brought that out. Let me get that real quick. The book of 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, man. And you look at that word for pleasure. That word for pleasure in the Greek is splatalao, which is to live luxuriously, lead a voluptuous life, gives oneself to pleasure. And that's all the nigga woman cares about is pleasure, right? This is pleasure for her. I'm sure they got a whole bunch of little nigglets at home that they supposed to be taking care of, looking after, right? Living in Section 8, fucking up the whole system, right? But then they got time enough to take time to get on a boat, and then they'll say, well, we're allowed to have what we want to have. We should have girls' time. All you women think about is the girls' night out, bro. All you bitches think about is pleasure. And again, she not shameful. She's boasting in this. People taking pictures at her, not because she's famous, not because she's someone to adore, but because she's embarrassing. And she can't see it. She's embarrassing. And her friends know she's embarrassing. Right? But then they'll say, no, girl, fuck what they say. You beautiful, girl. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yeah, because a nigga with low self-esteem and no ambition in life will bend this fucking mountain of a woman over and put his penis in her, man. Right? And then you call that shit attractive. No, it's not, man. Right? This is a curse, man. Right? This is stereotypical Eve right here. All right? This is stereotypical Eve right here, bro. It's fucking disgusting, bro. Right? Ecclesiasticus 26:9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. So not only that is she lookish whorish, but she's got a haughty spirit about it. Proud. You can't tell these fucking baboons nothing. Right? Let's keep going back to the comments because they grind her the fuck up. So they says that's so sweet. They're taking her back to her habitat. Right? You have me cracking up, funny shit, laughing my ass. This is what they think about you fucking niggas, man. Right? That's what they think. Not the sea. They going to mate with silverbacks in April mating season. Right? Call that bitch Big Yachty. Physics really are fascinating, man. Yeah, because it's like, how's this fucking boat holding this big ass bitch the fuck up, man? And then they call it racism, but it's the truth. It says Section 8 of the seas. This is exactly what Esau think of you. Section 8 of the seas, but you don't feel no shame about that. Right? You don't feel no shame about that. You get your crusty ass feet done, and then you stretch out some fabric to wrap around that bulbous body, and then you got the audacity to be waving at motherfuckers like you the shit. Right? These bitches disgusting, sunbathing. And they look like monkeys. They look like monkeys, hippos, and gorillas on top of a yacht. This shit is out of place. Right? And we wouldn't sit down here to live in pleasure. Right? This ain't what this is about, man. It says, watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Right? You can't be surprised if these women trespass against you, bruh. Right? She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver. And when you read this in the G&T, right? When you read this in the G&T, Sirach, chapter 26, Sirach chapter 26 in the GNT, it says, yeah, this is beautiful, right? Verse 11 and 12 in the GNT, Sirach 26, 11 and 12. If she is too self-willed, be on guard and don't be surprised if she disappoints you. And these women are extremely self-willed, man. Because that's what this is, right? They always got to be in a mindset, or they got to enjoy themselves. I need to enjoy. Why I can't enjoy myself? All you do is enjoy yourself, bitch. Right? Why you not taking care of your home? Why you ain't taking care of them dusty ass kids that you got by 1,000 wicked niggas? Right? And he probably doing something wicked to even get on this fucking boat, man. Right? Shit is crazy, man. They all self-absorbed, lovers of themselves, lovers of pleasure, lovers of money, more than the Most High. You see that? It says, if she is too self-willed, be on guard and don't be surprised if she disappoints you. She will spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. And that's what these women doing. This is out of order, right? And people say, well, you don't know these women. You don't know their life. Look at these bitches, man. These are not wives, right? These are not sincere daughters. These are whores, man. Waiting for some nigga with some money or a nigga with a ride, got some drinks, right? And in order to get to the ones that's not as big as she is, you got to go through Big Bertha, right? So you gotta feed this fucking beast. You gotta drink. You gotta give her a bunch of drinks. Now you drunk, fucked up, and you gotta see this big bag wildebeest on a fucking yacht. Cause it's just crazy, man. It's crazy how people just move in this world with no wisdom, no understanding, no shame, no embarrassment, man. They just out there, man. And the fucking poster child for that shit is the nigga woman, bro. This is why nobody wants the nigga woman, man. Absolutely nobody. Right? Ain't nobody rushing through the doors to get these bitches, man. These fucking ratchet monsters, man. And like I said, the Common Board grinding these bitches up, man. Section 8 of the C's. Dead at 32. The comments haven't disappointed. Monday morning back to her bus driving job, if she even got that. Call that bitch Cindy Whopper. Average neutral drop W. DMV. And when you go on a bus and when you go to the DMV, the most egregious person that you can deal with is that black bitch at the window. These bitches, man. Right? These bitches, man. These hoes that take pictures from the neck up. Right? This shit is fucking nuts, bruh. This shit is fucking nuts, man. Call that bitch Big Yachty. I can't imagine the smell. Exactly. And that's the curse. Because you know it stink. All these bitches, they feet stink, they pussy stink, they mouth stink. These bitches is dirty. It says 100% chances are calls herself a queen. And that's what the nigga woman does. And they call that bitch the Dairy Queen. All right? Don't they all? And these are white people telling you fucking black bitches, bro. And y'all call it racism, but it's the truth. Because, you think these bitches believe that they're queens in their own delusional mind, right? And the word queen goes back to a prostitute, a whore. You are a queen. You are a fucking whore. Right? These bitches ain't got no fucking kingdom in which they helping administrate through a king, right? Which queens is off anyway, because women shouldn't usurp authority over a man, right? But yeah, he right. The person is right. He said, I bet they call themselves queens, man. They all call themselves queens. They ain't no fucking queen. Well, it is queens. They whores, man, right? Not a queen in a regal sense, right? It says, I'm actually impressed that the fiberglass is holding. Let's give a round of applause to the boat manufacturer. Don't need to know how to swim if you float. You see? Do you think they know how to swim? There ain't no life vest for her. Exactly, because the bitch weigh a ton. So this is how they transport cars to other countries, man. Right? See, so the black woman is the fucking laughing stock of the world, man. You niggas in general, but the nigga woman, she's the laughing stock of humanity right now, bro. The black woman is the lowest form of woman you could deal with on this side, bro. Straight up, bro. And look at this bitch, man. Look at this shit. It wasn't no good comments about this black bitch because everybody know this shit is disgusting, man. Let's down and say shalom on to the next, man.